Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum collective reading, so I do speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit or resonate, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. It's originally created for Tuesday, the 28th of March, but it's not solely set for that date. I do believe that readings are timeless and they have a way of finding their way to us when we need them. So if you're seeing this on a different date, by all means, pay more attention to the message than the date. It may be finding you exactly when you need it. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is some general housekeeping rules I want you to think about when utilizing my channel, what decks I'm currently using in the reading, how to follow me on social media, either via Instagram or my Facebook business page. You can request private readings through both of those channels. Know that I will never reach out to you to sell you a reading, so if anybody ever tries to or says they're me, that's not me. And then also simple ways to support the channel. You can do so by hitting the thumbs up button, by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, because I do put up daily content, so we do look at the energy every day, and by sharing the video out and leaving me a question or comment. I do read those and appreciate them all, so that's all great ways to support the channel. And what else do I need to say? Oh, I will be referring to the back to the Sunday underpinning energy. So that's Sunday's weekly reading. So if you hear me talking about cards that you don't see here, that is the reading that I'm referring to as a rule. That populates in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video. So if you want to check that out for further information, you certainly can. So let's see what the cards have to say to us today. What do they want us to know? What energies are available to us that we can work with or need to be aware of, so that we can keep, on top of things and be, hopefully more in alignment and prepared. So let's see. So our card for the day is the Four of Voices. This is the Four of Swords. This is definitely a card of going inward, self-healing. This particular card, I love this because she always looks like she's in a hot tub, and I bathe a lot. I take salt baths to sort of cleanse my aura and my space, my mind, my energy, all of that. And so the Four of Swords can indicate going inward, clearing our mind, getting a more stable, foundational sort of mental space, what we're thinking, how we're communicating it, getting clarity around that. I don't see the Four of Swords as a popular opinion card, right? It's about maintaining or finding our own opinion or our own thought processes in all of this. The Sunday reading was there was this theme about finding where things limit us this week, and I kind of get a feeling that the cards are moving faster from the Sunday reading than they were predicted in the Sunday reading, if that makes any sense. And what I want to say about that, I was thinking about that this morning, is I think it has to do with the Aries energy. We are in Aries season, so things are going to be a little bit more quickly moving forward, right? We're moving into spring. Everything's in a growth phase and a resurgence. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing this. This Four of Voices or this Four of Swords would indicate us getting a solid foundation in what it is that we're thinking, how it is that we're communicating, finding clarity, precision, solidarity or like a foundational strength in our thoughts. But to do that, we might need to sort of shut out other voices, other opinions, and that can be, opinions or thoughts of individuals, or opinions or thoughts like at a societal level, what's expected of us or what we think is expected of us. Some of us have the voices of, our mom or our boss or whomever is in authority in our head. Those things need to sort of be stepped away from or cleared away so that we can get more sense of, what is it that we need for our own kind of care, our own healing. It's interesting too, because yesterday we saw the Star card. We also saw the Star card, I believe, in Sunday's reading, which is also another deep card of healing, reflection, peace, right? So giving ourselves a little bit of mental peace or clarity, even withdrawing to do so, is completely okay today. Taking a nice little hot bath might even be in the cards for some of us. I love that even though she looks like she's in this sort of hot tub or bath, she's bathing in the cosmos, right? That energy that's coming out of her eyes to me is like us connecting maybe our spirit to our mind and getting that into alignment or into a sense of foundational security, a simplicity that allows us to clearer communicate what it is maybe we need, we want, we desire. This communication may only be within ourselves, but that's okay. That's powerful enough as it is, right? But if we are finding ourselves communicating out with others, uh, we can do that, right? It is a form of like a quieter, simplistic communication, right? Paring down our ideas or our needs, our wants to either just very simple ideas, right? And thoughts, or even just to ourselves and communicating that within ourselves to create that kind of foundational security that I feel like this card is representing today. So I'm not mad at this at all. I think this is really good. I think this is a day of like self-reflection, self-awareness, becoming more conscious of what we think, how we think, and kind of cleaning that up or healing that up, taking that inventory, that mental inventory, and then setting it right or stabilizing it in a way that serves us, that almost heals us or sets us in a place that's definitely more peaceful and relaxed. Let's see what the Miracles Now card says. We saw this as the underpinning for Sunday, so it's kind of cool that this is showing up. It's funny that so many Sunday cards are showing up so quickly. This is that speeding up of the energy. It's a reminder, when I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. Again, with this Four of Swords and this like sort of bathtub image, and then this idea of the words health and vitality, this is about taking care of ourselves, right? Taking care of ourselves first mentally through the Four of Swords helps us to take care of ourselves at a physical level, right? And then that kind of can manifest out through our vibration, through into the world and where we fit in the world. And it can create more health and vitality for us, whether it be mental health or physical health. But I also get this idea with them when I move my body, it's like decisions that I make, right? Which way I move in the 3D, because the body makes me think of the 3D world. Which decisions I make, what I communicate, and how I do so help you to bust through or move through what appeared to be hurdles or blocks or challenges. But as we remove them, or as we, in our simplicity, in our clarity, as we move through them, we bring ourselves to a state of better well-being, not only mentally, but also, within our own health and our own vitality. Okay, let's look at the clarifiers. So we have the Strength card, Leo energy. So this is a beautiful card. This is, I kind of feel like we are withdrawing into ourselves to hear our own internal voice so that we can find that internal strength that is within us, right? That balance of masculine and feminine, that balance of faith, trust, that strength to stand true. We saw that Ace of Swords yesterday. Whatever it is that we're learning from our thoughts, or where we place our thoughts, how we utilize our thoughts, how we communicate those thoughts, should provide us with a more strong foundation to face some of these, like these blocks that we talk about, right, in this other card here. And health and vitality, she's doing a little dental work on this giant cat. To me, that's about taking care of ourselves at a physical level even, right? So keeping that in mind, sometimes strength can be about facing big obstacles. I don't think that this is what this is about. I think that this is about a day of kind of gearing up and maintaining or creating mental strength for ourselves and finding that clarity in what we think and then standing true and strong in that. We also have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is usually a loss. Fives are transitory. There may be something that's brought us sadness recently in the past or that we are currently dealing with. But this is where we need to find that clarity through the Four of Swords and face it maybe with this Strength card. that we can get through whatever this is that might be bringing us emotional letdown of some sort. You know, that river's right there. He can fill his cups right back up once he realizes and gets himself out of this sadness. Underpinning this card from the Sunday, under the main card in the Sunday reading, underpinning this is the Seven of Cups, which can be about indecision, or it can be about trying to make the right choice, or did I make the right choice? Or with the Five of Cups here, some of you might even be feeling like you might potentially regret a choice that's been made either by yourself or someone else within a situation. But I feel like that choice also serves to bring us further into ourselves and to connect us to this strength, to this clarity of our thought, to this clarity of our mind that allows us to reconnect to our truth and to push ourselves beyond anything that blocks us from feeling healthy, happy, content, that sort of a thing. So we might be working on that. And then speaking of healthy, happy, and content, here's the Nine of Pentacles. She represents grounded earth independence, oftentimes associated with the sign of Virgo. She has everything she needs within herself and around herself. She has all of her assets. She doesn't necessarily need anyone else to execute her plans. She can do this on her own, and we see that also reflected in the Strength card too. Is this idea that we are strong enough to stand in our own true power, in our own truth, in our own reality, and create from there. We have everything that we need. Nines are about personal completions with scenarios, and so there could be personal completions happening in the 3D world. We maybe haven't always been so happy with them, with the Five of Cups being present there. We might feel slighted, or, you know, a change of plans maybe threw us for a minute, but we will be okay. It's interesting to me too, the backgrounds on both Strength and the Nine of Pentacles, that yellow color kind of wrap around the blue in that Five of Cups, right? Creating that sort of brightness even in the face of maybe some emotional letdown or sadness, some grief that we've maybe either been through or are working through currently. We will be okay. We are, you know, with the Nine of Pentacles there, I feel like there is this solidness to us, even with Strength, you know, that would represent sort of almost a spiritual strength that is being utilized at this time, that will get us beyond whatever this is, right? If we're having trouble choosing or feeling like fearful that we've made the wrong choice, I don't think that's the case. I think trusting in ourselves and being strong in those choices, or in that trust, in that belief, and being clear in that, you know, maintaining that clear voice, that clear thought, and communicating that, even if it's just only to ourselves, is very empowering for us today, very like liberating. So let's go to the grounding stone. I will say this too, on that Five of Cups, I just looked down at the grounding stone for the week, which is forgive. If there's some past scenario that has caused us pain, sadness, regret, a loss, forgiving ourselves if we played a role in it, or, you know, how we're feeling around it, or forgiving the situation or the person involved that we maybe have felt created the loss, frees us and liberates us to find our own strength and our own clarity. So I just want to remind you guys of that. Find that forgiveness to set yourself free to access this strength and independence that I see in this reading. Now, here is the grounding stone. We saw this as the underpinning energy of last week. It's that courage. I'm going to show you again because I love this stone. It takes us courage to live from our heart, right? It's in the shape of a heart upside down. And when I think of courage, also the Cowardly Lion wanted courage in the Wizard of Oz. We have the courage and strength to see our way through this. We have the courage and strength to move forward and bust through any blocks that do block us from whatever it is that we know to be true. We need to be clear in that truth and stand strong in that truth, ground in that truth, have the courage to really work from that place, even if we're still feeling some sort of remorse or sadness. It's okay to feel that Five of Cups energy, but don't let it overtake you. I don't want to say like allow it to pass, but I do allow it to process and still continue with this Four of Swords in that sort of meditative retreat state where we find the clarity of thought around whatever the situation may be. I hope that makes sense. That is your reading, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the video, comment, share the video out, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.